Good morning on this beautiful day, in this beautiful new age, in that beautiful new vibration that we are in, with the new energies really coming in now and starting to work more intensely with our bodies and with our forms and with our relationships and the world around us. In this, we will find that a lot of times we're getting challenged on those places where we are still hanging on. We are hanging on to the old. We are hanging on to the old patterns, mostly because of fear. And sometimes it's because of patterns we have created over many, many lifetimes with the same souls. And we've sort of got into that mold where we repeat the same old mistakes over and over again. Sometimes we are attracted on multiple levels to those souls that we still have some karmic links with. I had a gentleman coming to me for soul readings the other day, and it came out that in previous lives, he had more than one wife. So what happens is that in this lifetime, he's got a bit of a problem because the patterns were created in many forms. It was created with many souls on different levels. So even though he was the one man, he had all these women that he had in his life, which were wives. And when he met them again in this lifetime, there was this matter of ownership, like he owns them or he had some other relationship with them. It is not because of the right or wrong that I am mentioning this, but he came back to me and he said, "Thank you. Now I understand where this comes from, and I understand the patterns that I have created. Now I can move out of that pattern." And I thought, well, here is somebody who's truly grown. It's not the matter that we must blame ourselves for the patterns we have created, because some of them were good patterns and some of them were not so good. Some worked and some did not work. It is just that we now learn to create new patterns. We are literally the master of our own destiny. But at the moment we're getting cosmic help. We're getting all these energies coming in and they're lifting us into a higher frequency band. So what happens if you go into a higher frequency band? If you can imagine a vortex energy, the vortex energy is spiraling. So it's moving in concentric circles upwards. And as it moves into concentric circles upwards, it's sucking. It's a sucking motion. It's like sound frequencies that go up. And you know what's also with sound frequencies, when they start, they affect patterns. Like when they put sound and water together, the water pattern changes. And if the music is discordant, that water doesn't know what to do with itself. But if it actually is in accordance with the whole of creation and on the right frequency band, that water becomes the most beautiful patterns. It's a geometric patterns it's forming. The same as with the crystalline pattern. Now our body is liquid, but it is also light, and it's also got all the elements within the body. And the name of God is encoded in every single cell of our body. It's encoded in our DNA. It's encoded in our very being. So when our light body is forming around our spinal cords, which it is at the moment, it is pure crystalline form. Crystalline as a conduit. Water is also crystalline. It is a conduit. So what happens is, as the frequency bands come in, that conduit is busy starting to dissolve those patterns. So you will find yourself challenged in a lot of ways. You will find yourself challenged not only in relationship, but also in your job. If you are just doing your job because you want to get an income and feed yourself at the end of a month, then you're going to resent that at some stage. Because it's all about coming back to the heart, to the feeling. If you do something from the heart and with feeling, you do it with the best of your ability because you love doing it. And that love is energizing into everything that you do. It's energizing into your relationships. It's energizing into your job. It's energizing into everything you touch. Even the words you write down. Even in any communication. If that is infused with the energies of a heart, You create something beautiful. You create something profound. You create something in the higher frequency band. That is when we become co-creators with God. We create with God on the same frequency band. Is that not amazing? You are in inheritance. You are a son or a daughter of God. You've got the same attributes within you. Then why do you want to stick to old patterns? Patterns that pull you down, patterns that make you unhappy, patterns that are not working. Once you release that, you feel much lighter. You are brighter. You are happier. That deep inner peace and contentment is there deep in you, and it's in your heart and your soul. And if we get into the chambers of our heart and we really infuse our heart with love and our whole being, our whole physical body with love, we are energizing it and we're bringing love forth into the world. We start becoming love. And that is what the new age is all about. That living love and being love and creating love in all that we are. That is the beauty and the profundity of this time. Thank you. Have a happy and beautiful and blessed